The presenter of Live with Kelly and Mark, Kelly Ripa, shares her excitement about her husband, Mark Consuelos, and his most recent performance. Without a doubt, she is under the impression that she has won the lottery by marrying her all my children equivalent. Because of this, she enjoys showcasing him stripping down to his pants and exposing his entire body for the high-profile promotion. Mark Consuelos has been offered a significant job. When Kelly Ripa appeared on the show Live with Kelly and Mark, she couldn't wait to show off her partner, who is quite handsome. But in order to maintain the show's family-friendly status, she had to keep it clean. The new campaign that her husband, Mark Consuelos, is running as a brand ambassador for the Stuart Weitzman family is, without a question, what she is most enthusiastic about. Due to the fact that he is working with one of her favorite designers, it is possible that she is feeling a little bit of jealousy. During his visit to the photoshoot, Mark makes the observation, "It's funny that when I went there, they had racks and racks of beautiful clothes." She stops his train of thinking by remarking, "None of which you wore," despite the fact that she does have a positive opinion of the brand. "I am thrilled to be named Stuart Weitzman's first ever men's global ambassador," said live presenter Mark Consuelos in a press statement. "I am honored to be represented by Stuart Weitzman." In a humorous manner, he continues, "I am familiar with the brand because my wife has a large number of blue shoeboxes in her closet." Being considered the epitome of the Stuart Weitzman guy is a privilege that I am grateful to have. The fact that Stuart Weitzman, a brand that is usually recognized for supporting women who are powerful and bold, is beginning its new range of clothing that is customized for males is something that Kelly brings up. As part of a major campaign, Mark Consuelos goes barefoot. Unquestionably, in order to be ready for his photo shoot, Live host Mark Consuelos has been going to the gym a little bit more frequently than usual recently. It was impossible to determine what it was that Kelly Ripa was advertising when she pulled out a few samples for the picture. Mark was exposing an impressive amount of skin while he was only wearing his skivvies. "This man is selling shoes. Shoes," she cries, "and you either believe it or you don't." She turned the photographs towards the audience one by one, and as she did so, they applauded and cheered enthusiastically. Following that, the producer inquired, "Is that artificial intelligence?" in reference to Mark's body, which is absolutely beautifully molded. I was like, "What? Are there shoes involved in this?" Kelly screams out in a confused manner. "Shoes and underpants," she continues to say. It should be noted that he was almost completely naked in the lineup. However, she also displayed an image that she had on her phone that was referred to as a private stash. Whatever the case may be, it was not accepted for use in the campaign. In addition, it revealed even more of his anatomy, leaving the audience with very little room for their imagination. On the other hand, Mark Consuelos reveals that Kelly Ripa was the one who advocated for him to sell boots and take off all of his clothing. Mark Consuelos is quoted as saying, "When I told her about the campaign concept of strong, sophisticated, and sexy, she encouraged me to go for it and put all of my hours in the gym to good use." Mark is not going to deny that he is eager to take his children to snap a picture in front of his brand new billboard. In a similar vein, Kelly Ripa is enthusiastic about the concept since she anticipates experiencing a great deal of humiliation as a result of it. Sexiness in every direction. It's interesting to note that Mark Consuelos may have paid attention to the comments made by certain viewers and covered his feet in the photographs. Mark is undeniably an attractive individual, and this fact cannot be refuted. It has been a successful year for Mark, according to him. In addition to the fact that he has contributed his stunning good looks to a worthy cause alongside McDreamy, he has also been rewarded for his captivating appearance. It is the second year in a row that Mark has been crowned the winner of the Sexiest Man Alive Reader's Choice Poll Award for Sexiest TV Show Host Alive nomination. Mark Consuelos has never been one to shy away from a bold move. From his breakout role as the smoldering Mateo Santos on All My Children to his charismatic presence as Kelly Ripa's partner on Live with Kelly and Mark, he's always known how to command attention. But this time, Consuelos has stripped down, literally, for something much bigger than a TV role or even daytime ratings. The morning talk show host has stunned fans and colleagues alike by getting completely naked for a new national campaign, a daring move that blends humor, awareness, and his trademark charm. And of course, nobody is prouder or more entertained than his wife and co-host, Kelly Ripa, who wasted no time turning his unclothed venture into fodder for morning television. The big reveal. It began on a Tuesday morning episode of Live E. As the audience filed in, there was an unusual buzz among the crew. Producers were whispering in the wings, and Kelly seemed to be suppressing a grin so wide it almost gave away the secret. "Ladies and gentlemen," she teased after the opening applause, "today is not your average Tuesday. Today is the day my husband has officially bared his talents to the world." Mark laughed nervously, trying to play it cool, but the giant screen behind them suddenly lit up with a black and white image from the campaign. There he was, Mark Consuelos, unclothed, sitting in a dignified yet cheeky pose that left just enough to the imagination. The audience erupted. Some gasped. Others cheered. One person audibly shouted, "Oh my God!" Mark buried his face in his hands. Kelly, of course, was delighted. "See what I have to live with," she quipped. "He says it's for charity. I say it's for ratings." The campaign's purpose. As the laughter settled, Mark explained the reason behind the bold move. The campaign was designed to raise awareness for men's health, specifically focusing on early screenings for prostate and testicular cancer. The idea, Mark said, is that men often don't talk about these things. They don't go to the doctor until it's too late. So the campaign is about being vulnerable, about taking the stigma out of conversations regarding health and the human body. It was produced in partnership with a major nonprofit, with proceeds from the campaign's merchandise and promotional events going directly toward research and education. The tagline was simple, cheeky, and very Mark Consuelos: "Strip away the silence." Kelly's commentary. While Mark tried to discuss the campaign with sincerity, Kelly couldn't help herself. "Let me just say," she interjected, "I did not wake up this morning expecting to see a 30-foot billboard of my husband's thigh on 7th Avenue. But here we are. You're welcome, New York City." She then told the story of how she found out about the campaign. According to Kelly, Mark had been sneaking out for mysterious photo shoots, telling her only that it was for a good cause. She assumed it was another fitness spread. After all, he's been known for his devotion to staying in shape. "I walk in one day, and there are proofs of him sitting completely naked on a stool, holding, let's just say, strategically placed props," Kelly revealed. "My first thought was, how much are we charging for these prints? My second was, is this man trying to outdo Burt Reynolds?" The studio roared with laughter. Social media explosion. Within hours of the on-air reveal, the internet went wild. Hashtags like #NakedMark, #ConsuelosCampaign, and #StripForHealth began trending across platforms. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with reactions ranging from supportive to swooning. One viral tweet read, "Mark Consuelos is saving lives and making me blush before 9 a.m. truly a hero." Another joked, "If this is what men's health awareness looks like, I'll schedule my checkup today." Even celebrities chimed in. Ryan Seacrest posted a laughing emoji with the comment, "Never thought I'd see the day." Andy Cohen, a close friend of Kelly and Mark, declared, "This campaign is the best thing I've seen since the Housewives reunion." Behind the scenes of the shoot, the photographer behind the campaign later revealed that Mark was game for anything, but also surprisingly modest. He kept asking, "Do I really need to take off the robe?" the photographer recalled. But once we explained the vision, he leaned into it with humor. He made jokes the whole time, which actually helped everyone feel more comfortable. Props included sports equipment, a giant coffee mug, and, according to Kelly, a carefully placed bunch of grapes. "Classic," she said. "Very Michelangelo, but make it Mark. Fans react on live. The following day, LIV dedicated a segment to reading fan mail about the campaign. Some letters praised Mark for his courage in tackling men's health in such a bold way. Others were far less serious. One note read, "Dear Kelly and Mark, I nearly spit out my coffee when I saw the campaign on the subway this morning. Please tell Mark I approve." Another fan wrote, "Kelly, how do you even concentrate during the show now? Respectfully, how?" Mark tried to stay humble, reminding everyone that the campaign wasn't about vanity, it was about vulnerability. But Kelly had the final word. "Listen, I married the man. I've seen it all. But I will say this, if you can raise awareness, save lives, and maybe get a few wolf whistles along the way, that's a win in my book." A bold legacy. In many ways, the campaign marked a new chapter in Mark's public image. For years, he's been admired for his acting, his family life, and his effortless banter on morning television. But this project gave him a chance to use his platform for something deeply impactful. Already, men across the country were posting online about scheduling checkups, talking openly with friends, and even starting their own fundraising initiatives. Doctors praised the campaign for sparking conversations that were long overdue. Mark admitted that the response was overwhelming. "I didn't expect people to embrace it this much," he said on air. "If even one person goes to the doctor earlier than they would have, then it was worth every awkward photo." Kelly couldn't resist one more jab. "Awkward for you, maybe. For the rest of us, best campaign ever." Closing thoughts. At the end of the week, LIVE wrapped the coverage with a highlight reel of Mark's best campaign shots, set to triumphant music, while Kelly pretended to fan herself on stage. "Ladies and gentlemen," she said dramatically, "Mark Consuelos, actor, host, husband, father, and now, the naked hero we didn't know we needed." The audience gave a standing ovation. Mark shook his head, laughing, but couldn't hide the pride in his eyes. Because at the heart of all the jokes and gasps and social media memes, the campaign had succeeded. It reminded everyone that health conversations shouldn't be hidden, that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to strip away fear, shame, and yes, even your clothes to make a difference. And if it takes Mark Consuelos getting naked on a billboard to save lives, well, as Kelly Ripa would say, you're welcome, world.